right, welcome back, of course, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm no fool. That rhymes, right? Do you remember that movie, Billy Madison?
I do.
That's off topic. But people are thinking about back to school, of course, because it's happening right now or next week or very soon. Right now with us, the mom in the know, Julie Findlay. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We all know Julie Findlay.
It is that funny feeling of back to school when it's plus 30 outside. You're not really that organized. You're like, okay, throw those pencils in there, get the pencil crayons. Although I have to say, my kids do love the back to school supply shopping. I don't know if your kids like doing that.
Oh my gosh,
I used to love
crazy.
Erasers. I know this is weird, like the smell of an eraser.
The smell of erasers. Yeah.
You get the scented ones, but you're not allowed those anymore. Now it's like specifically written down. The white ones
not allowed
this or that.
scented erasers?
No, on the notes you have to have like so many of the white non-marking erasers.
Is Christmas canceled too this year?
It might be.
All right.
But the other thing too is back to packing lunches, getting dinners, because I feel like we just put food out there and people come and graze. That's how we do our summers. And it's great now because we still have beautiful vegetables and fruits that are in season, so that's great. That's easy to pack. But I have to tell you, I'm starting to love and get back into eggs. Eggs for breakfast, dinner, lunch, everything. Do you guys like eggs?
I love eggs.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
I can't say I do.
You don't love eggs? Okay, well that's okay.
I can't lie. I'm sorry, I should have lied. No,
you know what? You don't have to lie. But eggs are a great source of protein. There's 6 grams of high protein in them. There's lots of nutrients, and they're so versatile. They're in everything that you cook. So I got to talk to you after what you do without eggs.
With that being said, my entire family eats them, and I cook them. They are a staple in our house. So even though it might not be my favorite, it's a staple. I know how good they are for the kids, the family, and my husband and so forth. So I use them regularly and faithfully.
Yeah. Okay. I was just seeing how you supplement them and all the other foods that we need them. So what the Egg Farmers of Canada have done, which is fantastic, is they got to go to big batch recipes, which I love, which is make as many as you can, and then they can be in the fridge for up to a week, which is perfect. So I've got 2 easy recipes. So you guys ready to get
let's do this. Let's do it.
Okay. First of all, you are going to do these lovely muffin tin frittatas. They're going to look that good after you, Dylan, crack these 6 eggs in here.
Really?
I'm going to give you that. Yeah, crack them any way you want. And this is a great thing to get your kids into too. Like in the kitchen, kids love doing cracking eggs. And they love picking the shells out of it. So don't worry if you get shells in there.
Did it matter that the bowl was full of dirt?
No, there's no dirt in there. That was just, Okay, and then over here, while you're done doing the cracking the eggs, here we're making big batch egg baskets. So what I've done ahead of time to save time is I've taken brown toast, I've buttered one side, and you're actually just going to fit them in. I've taken the crust off.
Oh, nice.
Isn't this so
my gosh,
fun?
that's brilliant. So you're greasing the pan.
You're greasing the pan, which you have to do when you have eggs. You got to make sure they're nicely greased. So I'll get you to put those in, a couple. And the filling of this, and this takes no time, have your oven heated to 350. It only takes 15 minutes to cook. And inside your basket, how are you doing over there?
Made a bit of a mess.
Now,
okay, I've got a wet cloth for you.
Quick question. For if you're in a rush, because what I often do is I throw it on my convection.
Oh,
Do you recommend?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
convection.
Because everybody's in a rush, right? It's the morning.
It is the morning.
I gotta get this going.
And these can be done the night before too, while you're doing lunches, if that's your routine.
Yeah.
And so, okay, we'll stop there. You can do vegetarian, so a couple of sprigs of spinach, or you could do ham. So you could just take a piece of ham, fold it in.
And any ham, like that looks like you got sandwich meat, right? So you could just buy a couple extra slices while you're making the lunch.
Thank you.
Sorry,
you're beating them. Then what you're going to do is crack an egg on top.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. You're going to crack it. So a lot of times there's another variation. So you're just going to do that. Then you're going to add.
Is it okay if I'm making a
mess?
mess?
Yeah, it's totally fine because it's going to cook. Then you're going to add a tablespoon.
Poke it or break it or anything?
Nope, not at all. So a lot of the eggs are bigger because these are large eggs, so they will seep in, and that's okay. And then you're going to add a tablespoon of cheese on top. And you're going to bake these for 15 minutes, and they're going to come out looking like this. And the kids love them, like it's well done. Before you do that, you have beaten the egg. So now you're going to add, put it back down, put it back down. 2 things of fresh green onions, and you're going to do a cup of cheese. And I did a Monterey Jack and a cheddar. You're going to stir it together.
Pick any cheese that you like. So anything.
A half cup of milk.
Stir
and pour into your greased muffin tins. That's your
This
frittata.
is so quick and easy. So you could prep the stalks the night before.
Absolutely.
And even if you don't have time to shred it yourself, you can buy the bags of shredded cheese.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Or buy those mixed ones, and then you get a selection.
It's so great.
Perfect.
And this one recipe you can make 4 of. Like on eggs.ca, they've got so many great recipes, and this big batch recipe is 4 muffin tins. Line them up, put them in. Confection's great because you've got the 2 levels, and you've got 48, and you leave them in the fridge for up to a week.
Mom, now, would you suggest freezing them as well? Because then you could just be like, okay, I'm going to take them out the night before, and we're ready for breakfast. Because then you're not eating that Fruit Loop stuff.
No, I hopefully no one's eating the Fruit Loop stuff anymore. That was that summer treat.
What? It was on sale this week.
It's always on sale because they're like, hey kids, there's just one last chance. We can grab you. Another great way is putting them in thermoses. So great way to do it. Also, hard-boiled eggs. If you're doing any type of thing at dinner time, just grab a bunch of eggs. You turn on the oven for 10 minutes. Once it gets to boil, put your timer on for 10 minutes. You've got hard-boiled eggs. Oh, wow. It's super fun. There's so many great things that you could do with eggs, and I have to brag with the egg farmers this year because this is awesome. They are now together with the breakfast program because I'm sure you guys know 1 in 5 kids goes to school without breakfast.
Yes.
Which means across Canada, that's about 20,000 bus loads of kids will go to school without. So the egg farmers have come together with the breakfast program of Canada, and they're now supplying eggs, fresh eggs, and have access to fresh eggs and recipes. Wow. So Burnbrae, our local one, I'm so happy, they're working with the Auto Network for Breakfast Network for Education. And they're going to supply it for 177 schools.
Really?
So it's great. And what's great is all of these kids work within these breakfast programs. The recipes are so easy. It's so versatile. It's so fun. It's like eggs every day.
Well, that's just it, right? So just doing this quick, look how fast we did this. You pop it in the oven and it takes 2 seconds. And you think that you never have the time to do healthy. And it was really just that fast. So you just proved it.
Yeah, I did.
This is awesome.
So when it comes to eggs, though, I mean, because sometimes kids can obviously be fussy eaters, which egg recipe would you say is probably the most popular one?
You know what? My daughter loves doing scrambled eggs. Just teaching your kids super early. She makes them better than I do. It's just this thing. And Jackson loves French toast. So another variation of French toast, you can cut up in cubes and do skewers with fruit. And then you've got a French toast kebab. I love to take credit for that, but that's the egg farmers.
Oh my gosh,
but that's a good question. You gotta. It's okay that your kids are picky. Just educate them on different ways in which they can eat.
Because you can sort of hide this or mask this if they don't like eggs per se.
Absolutely.
You know, and you can mask it in a way that not only is it fun, but there's some eggs in there. They still get all the vitamins, minerals, nutrients, all that stuff that they need, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then get them involved, right? So as soon as they feel that they're involved and they're participating in their meal, they're like, hey, well, I did that, so now I'm going to eat it, you know? So I think that's kind of half of the battle. And you know what? It gives you a kind of a break.
Yeah.
It does.
And then you make them do the dishes, right?
My daughter would. My son, not so much.
But then you have to redo them sometimes.
Sometimes that's why dishwashers came in.
There you go.
It's just such a great way to get a lot of nutrients, like you say, and a lot of protein into kids day to day, and you can have them every single day. And like you say, hide them any ways you can. So many great recipes out there.
That's super awesome.
Yeah,
obviously, for all these recipes that you were talking about, can we go to your website? Do we go to the
You know what? The best is eggs.ca because I just can't pick as many lovely recipes. Like they're like, what recipes do you want to do? I'm like, there's so many. I can't even decide. Yeah. They've got so many great ideas of how to pop it in to any one of your meals, breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Beautiful.
So
are these fresh enough?
You know what? These are fresh enough. But you know what's so fun to get kids into eggs? Do I still have time?
Saying
do I still have like a minute?
You got about 40 seconds.
Okay, this is a fun game. You can tell the difference between a hard-boiled egg and a fresh egg because this is what happens when you do both. If it's a hard-boiled egg, it's going to spin flat. If it's a fresh egg, it's going to wobble. So let's just see if this is true. Okay,
so above?
Yeah. See? Wobble. I did it the wrong way. That guy wobbles because it's hard-boiled, and that one just spins. That's how you can tell if you have a hard-boiled egg or another egg.
Who would have
I'll
thunk
never remember what
Who
you
would have
just told
thunk
me.
it? I'm going to do it with the kids now. I'm totally remember.
You guys know the whole...
I'm going to be like, okay, here's the trick at home. I got a test for you. They're like, what, mommy?
I know.
How are you going to eat them?
And do you know the difference between brown and white eggs?
No.
Okay, you know
Comes from a brown hen?
Yeah. Brown feathers, white feathers.
Oh, does it really? I was totally kidding.
No, that is it. So this is what's fun about the website too. There's so many fun facts. It's brown feathers and white feathers.
So does that mean chocolate milk comes from brown cows?
Yes.
If you wanted to. It depends what you're telling your kids.
Julie Findlay, Mom in the Know, and of course one of our co-hosts here at Daytime. Thank you so much for dropping by.
Thanks for having me.
And
enjoy your breakfast.
To eat all your stuff. Look, it's good. It's good.
It is good.
Yeah, Dylan's hungry and needs breakfast. Thank God she came.
Coming up.
We have Natalie Mahia come on back with her latest debut of Love.
Next.